see over there. I was watching your. I felt so bad on your run number 8 of
it's my own fault. Like I let myself get tilted, and then that was like with this kind of game. It's like it's a question of, it's partially a question of strategy. It's also partially a question of patience. Like it's primarily a test of patience, I think, and of like it's like very 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 much slow and steady wins the race. And so yeah, like I got some bad luck, but I also let myself get tilted, which like I don't know, like it's my like that's within my control, you know, like the luck, whatever. But like yeah, like letting myself get flustered by it is its own thing. So I definitely don't feel bad losing it. Like I feel like that one was doomed because I let myself get tilted early and it like permeated the whole run.
I've the two I've been there for. The one was when you didn't realize you got the drop on
Crunch. That one hurt. Yeah, on Crunch. That one really hurt.
That one was rough. I felt really bad about that. Honestly, every time I watch, I always every time you don't win, I gift you a sub.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm like, I know you're sad right now, but I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
That's like usually my my plan for
it. That's very kind of you. Let's oh, thank you for the subs, everybody. Yeah, let's we're gonna update the guest command. Can you link me your Twitch, by the way, or you can post it in the chat as well?
Yeah, I got you.
Add a com guest and then Angel.
I'm gonna put it on your Discord if that's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Okay, cool.
Oh, look at you, level 2 hype train already.
Let's go. Alright, I think that should work. Let's see, guest. Cool, that works. Okay. Any background music? Oh, I can put in some background music.
I want some elevator, like going up to the hotel room music.
I pretty much just play Glitch, her music. I really like it. So yeah,
she's so good.
Yeah, she's super talented.
Like, it's almost like unnecessarily talented.
Yeah, she's super nice too. I met her in person a while ago, just like briefly, but she was super nice.
Yeah, she's super sweet. I've emailed her back and forth a couple times. She's awesome. A really nice person.
Yeah.
I've been like doing my best to like, I mean, we'll get into it, but like, because I want to hear like updates on you, obviously. Like I've obviously followed a little bit. And then like, yeah, that's where, but I'm like giving everyone a chance to get their butts in here.
Yeah, we'll start in like a minute or two, chat. Just yeah.
Someone wants to know what's on your shirt.
These are melee characters doing aerials. Oh. So this is Captain Falcon. This is like okay. Oh, hang on. This is Jigglypuff. This is Fox. It's all reversed for me. What else? This one Falco's on here too. I think it's Jigglypuff, Falcon, Fox, and Falco. I think are the 4 of them.
Wait, there's a direct in 15 minutes?
One time somebody was like, "What? Like, are we watching the direct?" Or like, when's the direct? And like, I was like, it might have been before. I think it was like the day before the direct, and I was like, yeah, the direct's in 15 minutes. And then I was like, and then it just kind of grew from there. So then like, every time like whenever anyone would be like, wait, what? Like the direct's tomorrow, and I'd be like, no, the direct's in 15 minutes. Just like regardless of when anyone, whenever anybody asked, and then like the direct came and went, and then I kept like doing it. Like people would be like, when's the direct? They'd be like, directed 15 minutes. So, yeah.
That would stress me out so much.
Yeah,
I would be like freaking out.
It's been a while, so I'm not like as on it anymore. But we still, it doesn't bother me or anything. It just like yeah, it was fun. I thought it was really funny at first, and now I think it's like something I'll probably throw in every once in a while as like a nice little throwback. But yeah, definitely not with the same regularity.
Definitely, but yeah, I'm just very like I panic because I get that like FOMO. Like I'm like, oh my god, I'm missing out on a direct. Like I'm such an idiot. I didn't think about it.
Yeah, I know. I feel bad. Yeah, it's probably not my nicest joke because I do feel like people like definitely like worry about it. But we also have a correct command that's like here. I'll do it! ! Direct, which is a great command. One of my mods added, which I think, which hopefully, yeah.
I love it. Yeah, because I think like my whole thing is like I am that dumb, I would forget there's a direct today, and I'd be like, I had one job today, and I forgot.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I definitely feel you. Like, I'm also not someone who gets super I've definitely slept through many directs and just watched the VOD after. Like, I'm definitely not someone who's like, oh my god, the direct's coming, you know, blah, 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 you know, like.
Definitely. So. I think like for me, it's like the Pokemon ones are the one that I will stay up for, but like the normal directs, I'm like, what are you gonna show me, another port, Nintendo?
Yeah, I don't know. I've definitely slept through all kinds of directs. Like, normally I don't even watch the non-Pokemon ones, then I normally sleep through the Pokemon ones. Like, it's always like, because they're normally like between 9 and 10 a.m. So depending on like if my like sleep schedule's okay, like it's a toss up as to whether or not I see it live. But I have to be super careful. Like, sometimes I'll open Twitter and like, but I just out of force of habit when I wake up, and then I'll see spoilers and I'm like, oh no, I didn't want that. So yeah, it's definitely a risk.
Definitely. I that's me. Like, this is very queer of me. I watched RuPaul's Drag Race, so
I watched it for the first time this week.
What?
Yeah, my roommate is gay, and so he was like, I really want to show you this, and I was like, yeah, I'm down. I enjoyed it. It was good. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Wait, no. That was more important than anything I had to say. I feel seen, Wolf. I feel seen right now.
It was like, it's like, because it's kind of, you know, kind of a reality TV show, like, you know, kind of, like, you know, challenge elimination. And that's normally not my kind of thing, but the one I watched at least was like relatively wholesome, and everyone was like pretty like nice and like respectful, and it was like they're also like so talented. Like, I could never do like anything even like a 1/100th of a percent as good as like, you know, the costumes. I think the one I watched, they did Snatch Game.
Yeah, you watched the most recent episode.
Oh yeah, I watched that one, and like the costumes and the humor, it was all it was all really important, or really like interesting, and it was just like apparent how talented they were, so that was cool.
Are you wait, have you ever seen me in drag?
I have not.
Hold on.
I didn't know you did drag.
I do. Hold on. Give me a second.
No worries. I'm sorry though, I did cut you off, so hold whatever thought you were saying before.
Oh, you're good. This was my senior photo. I'll put it in your Discord.
Cool. Oh wow, that's incredible. Should I show the stream?
Yeah, you totally can. I don't mind.
Let's see. I'm just making sure that it's on the right window. Cool. That looks correct to me. This is the photo. Is that a real horse?
Yeah. So like, I graduated from USC, and our whole thing is like the Trojan horse. So I rented a horse.
That's so funny. This is an amazing photo. Wow.
Thank you. What is it called? I take that. I do that for special occasions, on like when I stream. Like if they're like really requesting it, I'll be like, okay, we'll do a drag stream. But like I don't do it all the time because like I don't know, that's very uncomfortable, and like I feel like my gaming setup is a lot.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's also like I imagine it's not super easy to get into drag. So, I don't blame you.
It's like a 2.5 hour process.
Okay.
So, like,
yeah.
Could you imagine like that's why like I have so much respect for all the drag streamers here on Twitch, because I'm like, every time they stream they get into it, and I'm like, that's a lot.
Yeah, my stream knows that like it hasn't happened as much because for the last month I've been exercising, but normally like if my hair looks anything even remote, like if it's not standing up at like 20 different angles, then like people are like, oh Wolf, you're looking good today, and really like it's like I didn't just roll out of bed and start like flop over to my chair and then like start streaming. Like I can't even like half the time I don't even bother to like do anything to like make myself presentable, so I can't imagine like 2.5 hours of prep just because streaming is work, is, you know, that's its own task as well, you know, like I without being in you know, hair and makeup and all that stuff
exactly
it's tiring, so I can't imagine with, and I'm sure it's like, I'm not sure how comfortable, like I don't know if it's comfortable or not, but it seems like it'd be not as comfortable as like streaming in like a t-shirt, for example.
Oh, definitely. Sometimes like when I do the drag, I'll like put on the face and the wig, but I'll stay in like a t-shirt.
Oh, for sure. It's like the you're in like a suit top and then like shorts on bottom for like remote stuff.
Exactly. I think that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Here's a question. I'm putting you on the spot here.
Okay.
how many subscriptions to get you to do drag?
Ooh, I don't think that I'm interested in doing drag right now. But I wouldn't say that I would never do it. But right now it's not like it's definitely not the kind of thing that I think I would be good at. Although to be fair, I think I could probably enlist my roommate to help me because he's super like anything visual, he's super talented at. So yeah, I won't close the door forever, but I definitely think it's probably not something that I'm super interested in right now. But maybe
sure.
down the line.
One day, Wolf, I'll hook you up.
Yeah, maybe when this is all over, if I ever decide to do it, I can bring you in as an expert.
I got you. That's so funny. All right, let's dive into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you tell the people a little bit? I mean, I'm sure some of the people we've obviously streamed together before, but why don't you do your spiel, your introduction spiel?
Yeah. So, hi everybody. My name is AngelBePlayin. I'm a new Pokemon streamer here on Twitch. A little bit about my channel. I like to challenge myself by creating fun and interesting Pokemon-based challenges for myself. I set out to do things kind of no one has done before. I recently completed Pokemon Heart Gold without ever taking damage. I completed Pokemon Platinum using only Ditto. I have a few new challenges I'll be starting today and also this week. I'm gender non-conforming, LGBT, and Latino, so my channel is a fun, safe space for everyone, and anyone who loves Pokemon can be a part of it. So, yeah, a little bit about me.
You beat Heart Gold without taking damage?
Yup.
That seems. How long did that take? Because that sounds very difficult.
10 streams.
Okay.
So
I was like, that's a long time. And then I was like, that's how long I've been doing Kaizo, and I haven't even beaten Watson. Oh no.
Honestly, okay, I tried Blue Kaizo, and the Gen 1 broken mechanics made me, me and my chat, after 2 days of it, agreed we're never touching this again.
I'm really enjoying Emerald Kaizo, but it's super hard. Yeah.
I have so much respect for, when you do it, I'm like, my pronouns, by the way, for anyone wondering, my pronouns are any pronoun spoken with respect. So as long as you're respectful, I don't care what pronoun you use. Also, it is not a pronoun spoken with respect.
Agreed. Hopefully it didn't need to clarify, but doesn't hurt to be safe.
Someone literally, someone asked me once, they were like, can I call you it? I was like, no.
It's not. Is it even a pronoun? I'm not really great with.
It is, but it's for objects and non-human.
Non-human, yeah. Pronouns for yeah. Okay.
I'm like, I mean, yeah, I can be your goddess, but not that.
Yeah, I don't play. That is, yeah, I agree.
But yeah, and I think I was talking to my friend last night about this. I love our conversation, the conversation we had last time. Mm-hmm. I was so in love with, and I think conversations that what we're gonna get into today is so important for streamers to do on a, I'm not talking about a regular basis, but to it almost solidifies you as an ally, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. In some ways. And I think more streamers should do tough talks, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because as a nice change to just figure out, or just so your, because you know, especially even in the time we've known each other, you've grown a ton.
Yeah.
Your audience has grown into it's just a lot larger, and mm-hmm. So I think for those new here, Wolf is a great example of someone who is an ally when it comes to streaming. Someone who might not identify within those groups, but someone who is supporting them and is accepting of them, and someone who if you're LGBT or you're BIPOC or you're a woman, what is it called? You just know that this content creator does support you and love you. And I think that is important for because some people won't touch the topics, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get it from a business model. I don't get it from a morality model. Yeah, I don't know. People. I mean, obviously, there's people who feel strongly about these topics on both sides. I think that Definitely. One of the sides is it's all about for me, it's I can't understand when streamers don't necessarily think about what is the right thing to do. I think that's always something that exactly. should be entering your mind, and especially content creation. Content creation is something where you quite literally have an audience, right? And I feel like in general the audience tends to reflect the values of the creator, or at least to a certain degree. Like I'm sure if I were super toxic, like my community would also be super toxic, whereas I try to generally be like pretty wholesome and welcoming and stuff. And so I think it's really important as I like excuse me, I'm having like allergies this week, but I think as like a straight white man, right? Like I don't know, I think that it's important to have these discussions and to normalize having these discussions in general, and just to like outwardly explicitly say that like yes, like I am in the majority, but like I want people to like feel safe and feel welcome, to feel like they have a space, and like in my community and in like gaming communities, and I mean all communities, but my specific reach is in gaming, obviously across like the internet, right? And that's not always the case, right? There's like like if I were a woman, for example, I don't know if I would have if I'd been able to make it to the world championships, even if I was just as skilled, because I'm sure I would have faced so much more like hate and bigotry and like all the negative stuff that comes with being a woman in gaming online, right?
Right.
Just for existing, even if I was exactly the same in every way. So I'm trying to so I don't know, I think it's important to have these discussions, and I think it's important to like, because I think that even if you watched me and I never talked about this stuff, like you could probably get a sense that like of like what my values are and like how what I think, but I think it's still good to have these things explicitly so that there can be no real doubt. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's my opinion.
I think that's absolutely I absolutely agree with you on that one, and I think that as I said, I think like more streamers, like I think people are upset to like people are afraid to upset the masses in some ways, and like they're like like I don't want to ostracize people who don't share my values and this and that for like the sake of like I might not be as popular, or like this I might lose some people, but at the same time I think that like as you said, like it's what's right, like it's correct to just like it's just equality, like it's not rocket science in a way, but I really appreciate it, and I'm sure like your viewers who are identify within those groups really appreciate that about you.
Yeah. The one thing I do want to say about, just sorry before I lose the thought, is like you said like you don't want to upset the masses, and like that might be true like when you're like enormous and gigantic, but I feel like at least at the stage that I am, like I feel like I don't think that doing this stuff is like I don't think that like saying this stuff would ever like upset the masses at my size, because like even like I said, like even if you don't explicitly say stuff, I feel like people generally have a sense of what you believe in, right? And so like and like also like because a lot of this discussion is about respect, right? About respecting people and respecting their preferences and just treating people with respect in general. I feel like if you set the scene, or like if you have established like in your community that like the way that you treat people is with respect, and like I don't know, and just like if you have respect in like your interactions across the board in these spaces, like I think that most people would gather that that's how you feel at this point. So like basically what I'm saying is if you generally act in a way that like is respectful towards others, then when you come out and say this stuff explicitly, which is already what you believe, then it's not like a huge it's not like a huge brand shift, because you were already like it's not like I'm saying like this crazy thing that's totally out of line with the way I normally act. But I feel like this is very in line with how I try to be online and in real life, so
yeah. And I think that's what people like don't get sometimes. They're like, oh, you switching up, but it's like, nah, that streamer like might not, it's not like you're wearing a sign that says every day like I am an ally, but like your actions and like your rhetoric like points to that, and I think that's but yeah, I think you're right. I think that's a concern, like especially like the I would say like the top like 1% of streamers on Twitch like face sometimes. But yeah, also I'm so sorry, this is so off topic, but I completely forgot. I promised someone, I did this last time, if you remember. My friend's boyfriend adores you. And he just wants you to know that he's rooting for you in the next VGC tournament you're a part of.
Thank you.
His name is Isaac.
Thank you, Isaac. Bad news, there's a tournament coming up in like 2 weeks, and I like am really not vibing with the format. Like I might just do something totally like just like meme, because like I haven't played very much, and I'm really not in the like I don't really want to play too much right now because I don't like the format, and like I don't know, like so it most likely will not be my best performance, unfortunately, but I do appreciate the well wishes.
Yeah, he just what is it called? I would sad if I forgot to mention that, because like,
I respect it.
He loves you.
Thank you. Also,
Okay,
yeah, again, my
so
allergies are really bad, so you'll probably hear like random like nose blowing noises. Just letting you know in advance. I feel bad about it, but
don't feel bad about it.
thank you.
I'm the least bothered person on earth. I want you to know. Like
Thank you.
I was like collaborating with someone one time, and they were like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm talking to Chad in between our conversation." I was like, "Why are you apologizing for that? Like, talk to them. Like, feel free. Do it. Do you?"
Uh huh.
Um, but what is it called? The Yeah, I wanna what is it called? I wanna update you like on myself,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wanna actually talk about a couple of different things. I have like a little agenda
Awesome.
here.
I didn't plan very much, so I appreciate you taking the lead.
Oh, I got you. The what is it called? So like for myself, like since we've last talked,
Mm-hmm.
like what is it called? Like I I like I feel like I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but I want to thank you, like in general, like you and like A Drive and like other people like Pokemon Master Holly and them. I feel like y'all have really, like, for lack of a better phrase, kind of like changed my life in the time I've known y'all, and like I haven't like explicitly talked to you about that, so I'm like that's why I'm kind of putting you on the spot here. But
Well, I'm happy to hear that. But yeah, sorry not to cut you off, but yeah.
no, you're good. I I never thought my life would be like when I first started like Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
So I was like, what is this? What's a poggers? I don't understand.
I relate
I
to
was
that a
like,
lot, but yeah.
I just like didn't understand it. Yeah, even like when we originally talked, like you were like, I'm more of a YouTube guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which like I feel do you still identify that way?
I do, but I've the needle has shifted. Whereas if before I was 90-10, now I'm probably like 55-45 or 60-40. You know.
Love that. We love an evolution. But I like in the past year, like, and I don't mind sharing this with like your chat, like I like since we last talked, like I lost my job. I what is it called? Like and a lot of things like have changed just because like we're in a
Mm-hmm.
pandemic, right?
Right, of course.
And that's for everyone. And I'm not like special by any means. Like everybody's going through these things and this and that. But it's like I really like found my balance again by like realizing like, hey, this is like your chance. Like this is your chance to like do what you've always wanted to do. And that's
Mm-hmm.
like content create.
Mm-hmm.
And so like I think like if it wasn't for like meeting you and meeting people like A Drive, I would not have found my footing again.
Mm-hmm.
Because I realized I was like, oh my gosh, like I want to be just like them. Like I want to be a Pokemon content creator. I was like, Pokemon was like my first love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I literally learned to read playing Pokemon Stadium.
Uh-huh.
Like me playing the little Clefairy game, if you remember that.
I do.
Like I'm like literally sitting there. I'm like, I don't know Clefairy. I'm 3. I don't remember the damn pattern.
Uh-huh.
But like it literally like changed my life, and like I graduated from college in the past year, and like I just realized that like, hey, like this is what you've like low key been working for, and you were just kind of too afraid to do it. So like I really appreciate you, like even taking time today, like because like I was at a low. Like I'll be real true. I was low. And I feel like I'm finally rising up from that again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like very thankful for like even this opportunity to talk to you right now. So just wanted to get that off my chest and like thank you for that.
Well, you're welcome, bud. I mean, I was watching a while ago Ludwig talk about how like people would come to him and be like, you saved me, your content saved me, and this isn't exactly true like with what you're saying, but the point that he made that I really liked was that like they kind of did it themselves, right? For the people who were really struggling and maybe used his content to like help themselves, like it's still like work that they did, like they did the work. And I kind of feel like similarly, which is like I think like throughout anyone's life they're getting opportunities, but the real question is how you run with those, right? And I feel like I just don't want you to discredit yourself or anything, because like just being given an opportunity isn't enough. You also have to like make the most of it and run with it and kind of take things in stride, and that sounds exactly like what you did. And of course I really like, it makes me really happy to hear that I've had like a even a small positive impact on you, because I don't know. That's like one of my favorite things about content creation is that like I'm able to have like positive impacts on people, like from all over the world, even people I've never met. Like sometimes I get messages and people are like, "Hey, like your content like really helped entertain me when I was like having a hard time," and like that that makes me feel like I'm doing more good than when I was doing like consulting for the government,
Yeah.
which is what I was doing before. So yeah, so
Oh,
thank you,
wait,
and I'm
consulting for
happy
the
to hear that.
government?
Yeah,
tell
I
me,
was a technology
tell me more.
consultant. Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I
okay.
wasn't doing anything like super evil or anything. I was, but yeah. I also wasn't doing. I don't think I was doing a whole lot of good either. Just kind of like a
Do y'all,
corporate.
do y'all hear that? That means Wolf is responsible for the FBI agents in your phones. He is
I almost wish I was.
every
I mean, I wouldn't have enjoyed that, but I was doing boring stuff, truthfully. But yeah.
yeah. Just know every time you're having a conversation at 3 a.m. with your ex, Wolf knows.
I know that's right. I still got my people. Just kidding. I don't think they like me very much. I was not a good fit, to be honest. Which is yeah.
Oh my gosh! Someone said Silphco Wolf. That's so funny. But uh, yeah. So the next thing I want to talk about was something that I was obsessed with.
Mhm.
You hosted like a women's tournament for Pokemon, didn't you?
No. Sorry, I did not host. There was an
Okay.
amazing community member helped put together a women's tournament, and I like a tournament for women and non-binary people specifically.
Yeah.
And I helped. I reached out. I was like, hey, like, is there anything I can do for this? And they said, help promote it, basically. So I talked about it. I shared it, but they did all the hard work. I just helped share it. Just help share, like, spread the word and stuff. But yeah, I definitely do not want to
Yeah.
take credit for that because I did not do any of the
Okay.
actual like difficult work. But it was a really good initiative, and I think they actually had a second iteration a couple months later. So yeah, so
I love
yeah.
that though. I think what's it called? I because I remember like hearing about it because you talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, oh my god, more of these things need to exist.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and like, for like women, maybe like we have like a BIPOC thing, a queer person tournament for like Pokemon and stuff like that. And I think that's dope. Like,
Mm-hmm.
again, like kudos to, I'm not like trying to like I'm not trying to kiss your ass here, but
No, I mean
like
I didn't like I said, they did all the hard work. I just helped with that promotion.
which is but like I don't know, like, do you know sometimes like that's like just so much more than most people would do?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's it's like like I feel like the people who should really be celebrated are not me in this situation. Like I don't really want to take. I think that I did. I'm happy that like I think it was the right thing to help with it, but I don't think that I like if you're gonna celebrate people, I do not think that I'm the one to be celebrated in this instance.
I totally respect that. I think what's it called? Yeah, like also like if you hear like about those tournaments and stuff like that, y'all like who's in the chat, like go support those. Like those are super important to support because I think like the Pokemon community and something that like we talked about it last time, but like what I've even more noticed since then is just like this community is so diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's kind of crazy. Like I kind of think about it sometimes. I'm like, there's so many different types of content creators when it comes to Pokemon, and like I think that's a really unique feature about this community, and I kind of see it in the Dead by Daylight community sometimes.
Cool.
Because like a lot of queer people play Dead by Daylight.
I didn't know.
But
Cool.
yeah, like there's a whole drag queen community who plays it exclusive.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's what's it called? And like I've been close with them like over the past like how long have I been? I think we're going on 7 months. But they're super dope. So but yeah, I think more stuff like that needs to exist. So but I wanted to like ask more about that and like but I'm glad. Do you know if any like iterations of that is coming out again or
I imagine it will keep happening. I know that like it was a really I've only heard positive things about people who entered. I know that there was a lot of people who might have been like more intimidated to enter like kind of a typical tournament that like entered one of these and have had like really positive experiences. It's just like much more welcoming, I think, as an environment and as like a tournament experience than not that like normal tournaments aren't welcoming, but like the vibe is different. I hope I don't really know how to describe it. I also didn't play in it, obviously, so oops.
yeah.
But I imagine there will be more because I've heard only positive things, which, with anything, to hear only positive things is rare, right?
Yeah.
And I legitimately haven't heard a single bad thing, and I haven't really even heard a neutral thing. I think I've only heard good things about the experience for people who played in it. So I hope and I imagine that they will continue to host these in the future.
Yeah, I'm excited, and like I should like look into like how we can make a queer one happen or something like that. I think that'd be super dope.
That'd be awesome.
What is it called? Okay, so like big topic. This is a big bullet point for us. For our conversation. The trans tag on Twitch. Do you know anything about it, first of all?
Not really, no. So I would appreciate being caught up.
I got you. So people have been advocating for about 2 years now for the trans tag on Twitch. It's been 2 years apparently. And Twitch just kind of keeps giving the response. And but by the way, when you say trans tag, we're talking about like, like challenge run tag, like no spoilers, LGBT. There is an LGBT tag already.
I'm not actually, I guess I'm not familiar with Twitch. What is a tag? Do I have tags?
Yeah, you right now you don't, but
should I have tags?
You can.
Wait, okay, sorry. Just maybe I should hear what they are first. Oh, tags. Search tags. Sculpture.
You see on your team, or how on your Twitch feed it says English. That's a tag.
Challenge run. I'm adding it now. This is a challenge run stream. I see. So you can so you can search by tags, in other words.
Yeah. So like you can find creators like specifically using those things. So like for your Emerald Kaizo, you might want to add hard mode. Because it's hard as shit.
Yes.
So there's there, and it doesn't get someone said Wolf Boomer. Stop.
Wolf is Boomer. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so like you can add tags and like it'll, so like I add LGBT to mine, and then hard mode, and then challenge run, and then when I did no damage, there's also a no damage tag. But so there's certain ones for also diversity. You can add one for LGBT, but there's been a movement now to specifically because kind of the most marginalized of those groups is trans people, and they just lack representation on Twitch, like at a significantly higher level than like gay streamers, bi streamers, lesbian streamers. So they've been like kind of advocating for it, and Twitch just keeps kind of giving a couple excuses. One, they have argued. Well, their main argument here is, well, we're just trying not to get y'all bullied, essentially. Which is like, I think there's something to say like about that, but also at the same time, like bullying's gonna happen no matter what, because trolls are gonna troll no matter what.
Yep.
Like it's not gonna be like quote unquote easier. Like it may be easier to find them, but like it's not gonna stop it. There's already an LGBT tag, and then also maybe Twitch needs to like create a better system to stop things like bullying on Twitch. But so like and then the pros for it obviously are that it would increase exposure for trans creators on here, in a similar way that like when I was at Milo, I looked to like your content, Ajar's content, Pokemon Master Holly's content to get that like hope, almost like there are obviously like trans kids in the middle of America might be in the closet or in other countries living life where they kind of like hate themselves and just kind of want a way out, and uplifting those trans content creators kind of gives them that same hope that if the person out there is thriving, that they can thrive too, and there's a reason to keep going. So I'm gonna send you the link to it. What is it called? And like you can obviously like read it in your leisure, but it's just very weird that they just keep pushing it. Like they were like we were all expecting a trans tag, and then they were like, so now you can't call people the S word. You know what I'm talking about? It rhymes with
it was an unpopular. They changed. I don't remember the exact thing. They banned certain words on Twitch, right?
Yes, and like that was like, it was so weird that they did that instead of like. like this thing that has how many signatures? Hold on. It has a ton. It is at 6,084. It was at 6,069 this morning.
Okay.
Which I said nice, but but yeah, it was what's it called? I think it was so weird that they did that instead. And like I want to know like do you have any thoughts on like the trans tag, like hearing about it now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, obviously, I'm not like I didn't really know about this before, like we talked about it, so these are all my initial thoughts.
Yeah, go for it.
But yeah, I mean, from my perspective, it seems like it doesn't really hurt to add it. If trans streamers are saying that it would make them feel like more comfortable or do good for them in general, then like there's some benefit, and like there is the risk of like increased harassment and bullying, which like I agree. I don't think Twitch should be able to say like we don't want you to get bullied because it's their job to help prevent that, right? Like it's like
exactly.
So there's that, and also the chat or the tag, the is it called tag?
Yeah, the tags.
The tag is optional, right? So if you're a trans woman and we actually have a trans woman here, and she was saying how like she isn't super for it, if I read that correctly.
Yeah.
But like the nice thing is that like if it means a lot to some people and like if other people aren't really for it, it's optional, right? Like just like how I didn't use tags, like you don't have to use tags if you don't want them to, right? And if you were to like see an increase in harassment and bullying, which ideally you wouldn't, but unfortunately you might, but if you did, then like you could remove the tag, right, and just go back to what you were doing before. So
it's also weird when like Twitch has concerns for a community that the community doesn't have concerns about.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it feels like overbearing in some ways. And like, we've talked about in the past like how like, and I think they have in some ways done a little bit of a better job of diversity in the time we've taught. Mm-hmm. Like I thought the like highlighting Black content creators for Black History Month was like fantastic. I was glad they did that. They should do that year round.
I was about to say, it feels like the kind of thing that should not be a 1 month thing, but
at all.
Yeah.
Like I was told by some of my friends that it is still Melon in March and that Black History Month has not ended. So I've been telling myself that, and that like it's like one of those things where we should not be celebrating people for like 1 month a year. Like it's Women's History Month this month, but like we should be celebrating women content creators every single month.
Mm-hmm. So I agree.
By the way, if anyone in the chat wants to look more into that petition and wants to support that, like y'all obviously can or not. It's totally up to you.
Do you want to link it in the chat? I guess I can do it too.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't hurt, right? Is that fine? I just want to make sure before I link it.
Yeah, please.
Okay, cool.
It's just the 30th of February. Exactly. What is it called? I think I had last time what is it called? I collaborated. I don't know if you know the name. Her name is Loser Fruit. Have you heard of her?
Yeah, she's in New Zealand, Australia.
She's Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
So we collaborated one time and it was really funny, and like I got her entire like Fortnite community to spam gay rights, and it was a pretty amazing moment.
That's awesome.
It was really good. That was a great moment. I was just like, yes, this is we're breaking down stereotypes.
Let's go.
So that was super fun. But
she seems cool from what I've seen. Like I don't really know much. I don't really watch much Fortnite content creation, but what I've seen.
You want to know what I've noticed?
What?
Sorry to interrupt you.
No, go on.
Some of the content, this isn't a thing of you, and maybe you do a good job of hiding and I just don't know. But Lucifer was like telling me, like, she was like, when we were like when we were like talking about collabing and then we did, she was like, I was so nervous. And I was like, what? I was like, you have like 1 million something followers on Twitch. Like, she was like, she's like, like meeting new people is like kind of a nervous thing. And I've kind of noticed like, people don't realize how like human like people are like until like I don't know, like sometimes like I forget even myself. I'm like sitting there like you know, like this person might be as nervous as I am to meet me, even though like I look up to them. So that was like a like big moment for me. I was like, oh my gosh, like she was so down to earth. Like she's such a sweet woman. Um, and she's so pretty. But anyway, the uh here's a question for you. Let's move to something a little less serious.
Wait, before you move on, I feel like people now are going to be curious about like if I get nervous or stuff like that.
Please,
I definitely feel like a lot of. I honestly, like, unfortunately, I kind of saw this in the reverse, where like there was like a solid year, like from like pretty much August of 2019 to July of 2020, where like I got like severe amounts of hate from like the VGC community, like really like just like a lot of like really nasty stuff, and like that was the time where I felt like, oh, these people like don't view me as like a real person, they view me as like a character in a TV show. Of course there's also like the opposite side where people really look up to you and they forget that like you're a real person too. But I don't actually think it's a good thing either way. I think that like the kind of like not idolization but like the separate like the idea characterization almost. I know that's not like what traditional the word means, but yeah, like the just like kind of this idea that like, content creators are more like celebrities is, I don't know, just like how we treat celebrity culture in general. Not that I'm a celebrity or anything, but just like that kind of like mentality of how you interact with people. It's definitely disconcerting, and I think that like, yeah, it's actually like pretty difficult to deal with at times, mostly from the hate side, not really on the positive side. But yeah, I think that at this point, like a lot of this is, I think that I actually might have like a lot of like latent social anxiety, but I think I've lived with it for so long that I'm just kind of used to it at this point. If that makes sense, like. I used to get like super nervous before I would see before I would like see friends or anything, even like people who I was like super close with. Like before I would I remember especially in high school, like I would have like really really bad anxiety before like I would leave my house. Like even though there was nothing to be anxious about, like I'd still like get nervous. But I feel like at this point I've like grown so like stupid that I like sometimes I just don't like think about things. If that makes sense. Like I like forget that I'm supposed to be nervous. So yeah.
You definitely don't seem nervous at all. Like
yeah.
I would say,
I mean,
like,
I'm not nervous right now. Like especially, I don't remember how it was the first time, but like, yeah, I don't know, like.
Oh no! I mean, you were super extroverted the first time, like super, you know, like personable.
Thank you. I'm actually very introverted. As a fun fact, people are always surprised like when they learn that about me. But I'm like one of the most introverted people I've ever met, which is kind of funny.
I'm the opposite. Like when you take those like Myers-Briggs tests in like college, right? I usually people like on the extrovert introvert scale, like you know, percentage this, a percentage that. I have never scored a percentage in the introvert kind. I'm 100% extroverted. Really? Yes. Like I'm like right now, like when we're talking. Like I feel so bad because I'm like I'm stealing energy from you. I hope you know.
No. Like I like for me it's like the way that I visualize it is like I kind of have like a tank of energy each day, and like be like like interacting with people like drains that tank like at different rates, and then I need to be alone to recharge. But like I still have the tank and I'm supposed to use it each day, you know. And also content creation feels different in a sense.
Yeah.
Like the content creation is tiring because it's like it's a difficult task sometimes, but like not in the same way that. Yeah, like I mean, I'm not, you know, I'm definitely not complaining. Like I love what I do, but yeah, like it's different. Like I feel like I don't really know how to describe it, but it just feels different to me than like, for example, if I were not that I would do this right now, but like when I would go to a party, for example, right, and meet people I didn't know there, like yeah. So I don't know. I don't know if any of that was cohesive, but. Yeah.
No, it definitely was. I think that yeah, it'd be different if like I was in your living room right now.
Yeah. For sure.
I was like, and I'm like, hey, the trans tag.
Yeah. Wait, which coast are you on, by the way? Or like what?
I'm on West. I'm West Coast.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I live in Los Angeles.
I want to take a trip out to LA like once it's safe to travel again because I have a bunch of friends out there, so we should like get food or something when I come out.
Oh, absolutely. On me, please. We're going to the Cheesecake Factory. I gotta.
Oh heck yeah! I haven't been to the Cheesecake Factory in so long.
I love the cheesecake. Like honestly, I was trying to explain the other day, to my friend. I was like, because this is a soft flex, but I qualify for the vaccine in 5 days.
Excellent! Congratulations.
I'm so excited because I'm like, you know, I mean, like obviously it comes with like my own things. Like I'm diabetic. I also have what is it called GERD. like that thing fucking Corpse has, but I don't have that voice.
Oh,
that's what he has.
I don't know what that is. Is that why Corpse's voice is so deep?
Yeah, so he has GERD, and like it's like a severe form of acid reflux.
Ooh.
That essentially like fried his throat.
Oh god.
That's he Corpse is not well. I mean, he's open about that. Like he's a sick man.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's awful.
Yeah, which is why he takes like long breaks from like social media and stuff like that, because he like physically can't. That's what I've like read at least. But
I hope he's alright, and I hope you're alright too. Jeez.
I don't have it as severe as him.
Okay, that's
he has, I think, even more of a severe form, obviously, because like his voice got fried because of it. I still have my pristine gay voice that I let out in. I'm not like talking like this every day.
Oh wow, that's quite the change.
I call him Chad. He's my other alter ego who's like deep heterosexual angel. Where I'm just like, hey yo, dude.
That's I think if I heard that voice, I would not recognize that it was you.
I'm so excited about that. I've thought about, I was
Chad.
like, I should make a no cam second channel where I'm like a completely different person.
I just an experiment.
Like just to see if like a social experiment, see if it does better somehow.
That's so funny.
But I did what's it called? But like but what I was saying though is like, honestly, the thing I'm most excited for to get vaccinated, I want to go to Applebee's. Like I love Applebee's. Like getting like half off appetizers after 8 p.m. kind of slaps.
Okay, I hope you don't hang up. I don't know if I've ever been to Applebee's.
Well, if we're going to 2 dinners when we're going to LA, we're going to 2 different places now.
That's so funny. I'm sure. I'm not sure I've been.
I'm literally like.
I like apples, but I don't really like bees. Actually, I don't even like apples that much. I think bananas are better.
I was gonna say I don't like apple or bees, but I like Applebee's.
Okay.
They have dollar margaritas.
I don't drink actually, but I'm happy for you.
Okay, no drinking. That's fine. Do you care if I drink?
No, not at all. No. Yeah, I have no issue with people drinking or not. Like, I don't care what other people do. It's just not for me.
I will. Yeah,
Angel will have to get the bees because Wolf is vegetarian.
I literally just saw that as
That's so funny. Oh god.
What's it called? This is the question, and this is gonna lead to something else in a little bit. But when we collabed last time, was that the first time you said you wanted to eat blip bug?
Yeah, it just came to me. I've never mentioned it before ever. It just
that became a meme in your chat, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. Like it was like, I want to say like 2 months later, I was like just spying in, and
I love blip bug now because of that chat. And also, like, the Panda made it into a TikTok, and the TikTok did, like, relatively well, and, like, it's also just really well edited. It's super funny. I don't know.
That's so funny. I was like, I literally was sitting there, I was like, I cannot believe that was a result of our conversation.
Yeah, it was so spontaneous, too. Like, you didn't tell me you were going to ask that. Like, it just, like, you kind of just put me on the spot, and that's what came out.
It really was, and I was like, I'm obsessed with that. Like that became something. I was like, because that's like, I didn't ask A Drive that when we originally collaborated, because like I think A Drive would get offended by that.
No, because he would have a good answer for sure.
But he for you, I was very I was like, oh my gosh, I was like, I should ask this. I was like, I feel like this is a hilarious question, and you came with the heat, like you were ready.
Something possessed me. I don't know what happened, but I'm happy it did.
I was like, blip bug does look really crunchy. Like,
you're correct.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. And like, yeah, I've kind of. I need you to like beat Pokemon Sword with only a blip bug.
Oh god, it's so bad. I don't think I could do it. Like, actually.
Yeah, it's rough. But okay, so I'm gonna spoil it now. What is it called? So, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, wow. I was not expecting any surprises.
Yeah. I'm going to sing a song. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to sing. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not singing. But check your thing. If you're down to do this with me right now, that would be everything.
Let's see.
Because I made this at like 1 a.m. last night.
All right, yeah, I could do this. This could definitely be in the cards. Hang on a second. Let me see. I
made this at 1 a.m. last night,
so
and I was
funny.
like,
the chat can't see it yet either, which makes it better. Let me just hang on. I gotta move my windows around so that this goes here, and then this goes here, and then no,
I'm
this.
So excited.
Wait, I did something wrong. What have I done? Alrighty, let's see here. Oh, okay, so it's not that many.
It's not. I made this myself, and if you want to put it in the chat and they can make their own, they can also tag us on Twitter. Let us know what your tier list is, but I want to know. I want to pick your brain a little bit more about this.
Yeah, so obviously Blipbug is top tier. Crunch.
Yeah, one bite. Crunch.
Now's where it gets tricky because I haven't thought that much about any of the other ones. I might do these out of order. Which ones are easy? Let's do the easy ones first. I'm gonna say Farfetch'd, maybe if no one knows, because I love Farfetch'd, and also I'm vegetarian, so I definitely don't think I'm allowed to eat Farfetch'd.
I would just like to put though that the Pokédex actually says Farfetch'd is the tastiest Pokemon.
Right, I think it's yeah. Okay, then definitely if no one knows.
Like if no one knows, you take like you'll just eat it.
Maybe.
Magikarp, I feel is yummy.
Ooh, you think Magikarp? I feel like I do like fish. Okay, Magikarp can go on the yummy tier. I think Tropius is getting auto-eaten. By the way, I love bananas, and this is the banana Pokemon.
I could not find a picture of just the banana. I really wanted to find one, but I could not find one.
Who else is easy? I think vanilla. I like ice cream, so I'm putting Vanillite and Yummy. I'm gonna be honest. This thing is gross. I do not want to eat Calyrex.
Which one?
Calyrex, big head deer rabbit.
Do you not think? No. Do you not think his head is filled with nutrients, though?
Oh, okay. Ooh, hang on. We gotta think more about this one.
Like, if you could just maybe eat the head.
If the head is like a Boston cream, then yummy. If it's like a shepherd's pie, one bite. If the head is like a tomato, gross. So TBD.
There are tears running down my face. Like a Boston cream pie. That's so funny.
Do you know like Boston the donut with like it's like filled with the cream? It's good.
Yes.
But there's always too much cream, and then then it's hard to eat.
That's amazing. I didn't do execute because I felt like that was sacrilegious to your channel.
Thank you. Yeah, but Togepi, I'm eating Togepi every day of the week. That's a crunch.
Not like before it hatches. Like I would just crack it in half and make an omelet.
Okay, then yummy for sure.
Yeah.
I think Corfish is gross. I do not want to eat. I don't eat either the crabs. I'm not really a crab guy.
You're not a crawfish kind of person?
No, I don't think I've ever had crab, and now I might never because now I'm vegetarian. So who knows?
Oh, okay. And you're like strict vegetarian. You're not pescatarian.
Yeah, I miss fish. Like if I could have one thing back, I would take back fish. But yeah.
Okay. Psyduck looks good.
You think so? Okay. I think Psyduck looks kind of questionable, so we'll put it in the middle tier, one bite.
Yeah, just try it. Yeah. And then if you don't like it, we can return it or something.
I feel like Sinistea would taste super bad.
I also think that. I think you would like get a stomach ache of some kind.
100%. Yeah. Alchemy looks delicious. Can we agree with that?
Yes, I would eat Alchemy any day of the week in front of any person. Like,
I like strawberries too.
Like my grandmother could be sitting across the table from me. I would be eating this Pokemon a lot.
Yeah, Alchemy looks very good. I don't think Milcer looks that good though. I'm gonna put it in one bite.
Yeah, like a sip. Like you're like
one bite.
Maybe
one bite. Appleton I think looks good. I think Appleton's probably yummy.
Yeah, just the top. You don't have to eat the bottom, right?
Yeah, just like 'cause it looks like an apple. Who doesn't like apple pie?
Don't hang up. I don't like apple pie.
Oh, that's okay. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't really have strong pie opinions. Like I would put pie as like a solid B tier dessert, But like, I don't know. I feel like there are good pies, but like, yeah,
It's not alchemy.
it's not
Alchemy is
me.
like a delicacy.
Do you think cherubi would be good? I'm really torn because it looks like a plant, but it also looks like cherries.
It looks like cherries to me. Uh, I'm not. I would blend it maybe.
Yeah, I'll put it in the one bite tier.
Put it in a pie
I
or
put it in pie,
something.
yeah. Cherry pie, that sounds
Bond
good.
sweet.
Bound sweet, yeah. I don't know what this one. What kind of food is this?
It's a. Don't know. It's like edible. That's why I put it in there.
It's going in gross. I don't want it.
Yeah, no, put it in gross.
And then
What's
Swirlix. I think this thing's weird. I might eat it if nobody knows, but I don't really want to be judged as the Swirlix eater.
Isn't it like a cotton candy of some kind?
Oh, but it has a tongue. I don't know.
You lick it, it'll lick you back.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm not trying to get that experience.
Oh, okay. So this I think this is a solid
Yeah.
tier list. This
Yeah,
is
I like this.
exactly what it should be.
Everything perfectly balanced.
Yeah, I'm so glad we did that.
Me too. Yeah, thanks for putting that together.
I was literally at 1 a.m. I was like, I really want to talk about Blipbug again. I want to do it in a new and improved way.
Let's go. I'm glad we didn't rank every Pokemon by ability. Because that would have taken a while.
I literally looked at it. I was like, because they had the thing already made it for like all the Pokemon. I was like, some of these are like, how are you gonna eat a Gengar? Okay.
Yeah, no, you're gonna get sick, even if you could bite it.
Would you eat a Gyarados?
Ooh, is it cooked? If it was prepared by like a really professional chef, then yeah.
All right, So
but I feel like eating Gyarados is kind of like eating alligator, and I wouldn't eat alligator.
I was told it tastes like chicken.
That's what I was told too, but it feels wrong.
I agree with that actually. I think it's yeah. No, I have a question. Am I? And you don't have to answer this. Why are you vegetarian? When did that happen?
It was the summer after my freshman year of college. It was 2015, and I was going on I had like family who has like a place up in Cape Cod, in Massachusetts, which is like a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. And basically, my family we go up every summer. We used to do this. We haven't been in a couple of years. But like growing up, it was like every summer we'd go up here. And like it was like just very relaxing. Like we just hang out and like read and play games. Like just like a very nice like vacation. You know, just visit family. Like literally do nothing. And so I was like, I was going and I didn't have a book to read. And normally I do a lot of reading there. So I reached out to like a good friend of mine from high school, and I was like, hey. I know you've been reading a lot. Like, do you have any recommendations? And he was like, I do, but I've been like getting really into like food and like food ethics and food stuff. So I'm not sure you'd want it. And I was like, yeah, give it to me. Like, I'll give it a shot. And he gave me this book called The China Study, which, long story short, talks about like the effect of like eating meat on your body. And so I read it, and it was like very convincing. And full disclosure, I think that like some of the research in the book has been kind of. No, I don't want to say disproven, but I think that like there's definitely some pretty wide like some of the stuff is legit, and then I think some of the stuff is like take it with a grain of salt. Like this happens to rats, so it happens to humans, kind of stuff, you know, like which maybe it does, maybe it doesn't, but yeah. So, anyways, I read this book and I was like, I used to eat chicken like every meal, like twice, like lunch and dinner, right? And I was like, well, now that I know this, I feel like I should try to be vegetarian. Like, ever since I read the book and it was, like, convincing, I was like, I feel like I should try, but I probably will fail. So I just, like, started doing it without telling anybody. And then, yeah, like, it was actually really easy. So then I just kept it up. So, yeah, and since then, like, there's also lots of good reasons not to eat meat, like, ethical, environmental. There's, like, you know, it has a lot of legs to stand on, I would say, but... Yeah, for me, it's actually pretty easy, truthfully, because, like, if you know, back when I was going to restaurants, like, pretty much every restaurant would have, like, a good vegetarian option, and then, yeah, like, if you're cooking for yourself, then, like, meat, you know, like, you just cook without meat, and there's lots of good recipes and stuff, so, yeah, so it's actually been pretty easy.
I was, I was sending you something in Discord, by the way. Oh. I was vegan when I first moved out to LA.
Oh, cool.
And I still love vegan food to this day. I'm not gonna lie. I totally like ended up giving it up because a combination of two things. One, the job I had over the summer was providing my meals, and they didn't have really great options for
Mm-hmm.
that. So it's like either like conform or like pay for a meal every day.
Yeah, I feel that.
Um, and the other thing was I was like going through a thing with a guy, and I was like really stressed. So I was
Mm-hmm.
eating like pizza at 1 a.m.
Yeah,
I was like,
I've
I'm
been there.
stressed. I need
Yeah,
to eat a pizza.
yeah. Pizza stress is real. I've been there.
Yeah. So you like when you order pizza, so you just go cheese.
I actually, even when I eat meat, I had strong opinions that like cheese pizza is the best kind of pizza, and
Oh,
yeah, like I think it's objectively the best. I think if you add stuff on top of it, you're mostly taking away from like you're like it's not like just bad. Like I like even things that I really like mushrooms. I prefer cheese pizza to mushroom pizza, even though I really like mushrooms because I think that like it distracts from something that was already good. You know.
yeah. No, I do you wait, what state are you in again?
I live in D.C., Washington D.C.
Okay, have you been to New York?
Yeah.
Do you like New York pizza?
New York pizza's good. Like New York pizza's better than DC pizza for sure. Yeah. Like I'm not really. I'm honestly like I like pizza. Like I'm not super picky. Like even if it's like Midwestern pizza or I've had West Coast pizza. Like pizza's pizza. Like it's gonna taste different, but most of them are still pretty good in my opinion.
I think wait, this is I don't know actually. So when you're vegetarian, you can't eat animal? No, it's just meat, right?
Yeah. Just so veganism is no animal product, and then vegetarianism is just no like meat. So I can have pizza, for example.
You can
Um,
have like uh
I can have milk. I
bug
can have
yeah,
cheese.
bugs.
I don't want to eat bugs, truthfully. So I don't. I think that bugs are animals. So I think that I probably couldn't eat pizza or
Okay.
bugs.
But you'd make an exception for blip bug specifically.
Specifically, blip bug. Yes. Crunch.
Okay, awesome. I'm glad. The I think what was the other thing I was gonna say? Oh, okay. So I meant to ask this earlier. When you saying like sometimes like back then you'd like maybe get like a little more nervous than you are now, is what you were saying if I recall.
Yeah.
Do you have content creators that you still haven't collaborated with that you want to, and like do any of those make you nervous?
Yeah. I mean, I kind of feel like. How do I say this? Like. I'm pretty much down to collab with like anybody because I mean like as long as they're not like a bad person or somebody who like I think is a bad person or someone who I explicitly don't like because I've interacted with them like yeah like I'm pretty open to collabs across the board and like I feel like it's always like nice because like in a worst case scenario you still like get to meet somebody, you still get like still get some experience talking to someone like outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you make a bad impression, but I'm not really worried about that. I feel like in the worst case, people like would just like not like me, but they wouldn't think that I was like a bad person or something. They might just be like, "Oh, he's kind of lame," Um,
I don't think anyone would think
I
that.
mean, sure, not everyone clicks it over. But, like, in other words, people might be like, "Okay, that guy was kind of weird," right? But like nothing like super super bad. Like not like, "Oh my god, I hate that guy." I'm gonna like I'm gonna like I have a vendetta now. So yeah, I mean, I definitely get nervous meeting new people sometimes, but also I truthfully haven't met like new people in person at least in like a long time because of the pandemic, right? But
Yeah.
I do worry, especially in person when I'm meeting people, especially now that I'm doing content full time. Like I definitely like am always a little nervous about first impressions because like I feel like there's a lot about me that if you just looked at like stereotypes, you might get the like an impression of me that's different than like how I actually am. Like for example, when I meet people, I like really hope that they don't like find out that I play Pokemon until like after like we've already established like some kind of rapport. One of my least favorite things is like I'm like, "Hey, I'm Wolf," and they're like, "Hey, they're like, "Hey, I'm I don't know Alex," and I'm like, "Hey, I'm Wolf," and they're like, "Oh, you're the Pokemon guy," and I'm like, "Okay, well, like this is off to a rough start. Like it's an uphill battle already." Like I guess what I'm saying is I much prefer when I meet people if they're like, "Oh, like that's Wolf. He's someone who does Pokemon," rather than, "Oh, that's Wolf. He's the Pokemon guy." Like it's Pokemon is one aspect of my personality, of my life, but not all of it. And I think sometimes when you have something that's kind of unique, it tends to be the focal point for people when like they first meet you. So yeah.
I understand that. I think that they I get that too sometimes like among my friends now like
Mm-hmm.
I think they think my personality has changed because I went from like being like drag queen who performs in nightclubs to
Mm-hmm.
nerdy guy who plays Pokemon all day now. And I'm just like, no, I'm still the same. Like, people have like pre-existing like ideas of who you are before, like, no matter what I feel. But I think that like I have like 5 people on my list of like, these are like the 5 collaborations. Like, they're my Infinity Stones. I don't know if you watched like Marvel.
Yeah, I watched the end of I watched the big ones.
The and you were one of them, and then Ajab was one of them.
Awesome.
So I already have 2 of
that's
my
quite a lot of power,
Infinity Stones. I was gonna say, I was like, I have 2 stones right now, which I'm like, there. And then like, you collaborated with Small Ant recently. That's one of mine. Dope. Yeah, he's like a fantastic content creator.
Agreed.
Like, hold on, hold on. I'm gonna hang up and answer again because I think your mic's going out on me.
Oh.
1 second.
Uh-oh. Does it chat? Is that better?
Yeah, okay. That sounds better.
Okay. Chat, is it fine for you? Yeah. I have. If I bump the mic at all, like, I have to hang up and try again.
No worries. The
Okay, cool.
What's it called? One of the other. Oh, Pokemon challenges is one of mine.
Yeah.
Because do y'all have plans to do anything? Because
we've been doing something. Yeah, like I challenged him to get to 1500 on Showdown. He challenged me to beat Watson within 10 attempts. So we are on attempt 9 now. So gotta like really get serious and buckle down. So yeah.
I was gonna say, I was like, you gotta. You got this. If anyone can do it, it's you.
I think it should be fine. Like, if I was more I think on run 10, like, I think what'll happen is run 9 will just be like reckless again, and then run 10 I'll have to get serious and be like, okay, like, time to actually play this the way I have to play it, and not just the way I want to play it. I just don't like being patient. Which Infinity Stone is goofy.
When that last run, when you were like pressing the damn speed button, and
that speed button is the end of me. I need to make a rule that I can't use it in trainer battles. Because it kills so many mons.
I literally screamed at my computer. I was like, "What are you doing?"
At the end, I was just done. I was like, I want to go next.
Well, I think it was like a Linoon that killed you too.
Yeah, it was not
like,
good.
No.
I wasn't tilted. I was just over it. I was like, I want to go next. Like, I don't want to. Yeah.
It was but I feel that too sometimes. Like in that happened to me when I was, so I did Heart Gold, no damage, as I said, with I think we did in 30 attempts, like 30 resets.
Cool.
And then.
But you save after each gym, right? That's the way it works.
Yeah. That was the, because.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be incredibly miserable.
Exactly. We were using the fast forward key, and I hate Rattata. I want you to know, I hate Rattata. I hate Raticates.
Yeah.
They are the hardest part about that challenge because they have quick attack and you don't realize it and you're just like, oh my gosh, like I've been like using flamethrower for so long it became like habit, like on fast forward mode, and then you run into a Rattata and you try to use flamethrower and it quick attacks you and you have to reset. Was like the most painful. Like it was like a 7-hour stream down the drain because we had to reset. That challenge was so exhausting. When we finally beat it, I was so happy.
Yeah.
Because we beat one of my favorite details about that challenge was we didn't just do, by the way, Johto. We did Kanto and we did the Elite Four rematch and we beat Red. Without taking damage. Like, we did the whole shebang. And the hardest thing to get around was Pokemon Trainer Red.
I believe.
At the top of Mount Silver.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, Pikachu was not a threat. It was the fact that it hails at the top of Mount Silver.
Oh.
So you're like, okay, I'm going to take hail damage every turn.
Jeez.
But my favorite thing is, like, we found the workaround. Some people did what was it? Instead of finding a Pokemon that did weather, and then that could also like outspeed a Pikachu and then kill it, instead of raising a Pokemon, which is like what most people did, we actually Have you heard of Diamond Dust?
No.
So on certain days in Gen 4, uh the Pokemon Company randomly programmed that instead of Mount Silver having hail, there's this thing called Diamond Dust, and it's this really sparkly winter snow. And it's an Easter egg. And that like specifically March 15th, hail goes away for that battle.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait,
And
really?
I found this small ass detail. That's why I'm so excited to make this into a YouTube video. Spoiler for anyone who.
What? Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Diamond Dust.
It's a feature introduced in Generation Diamond in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. It was included in those games later in games as an Easter egg, though it has no known effect on gameplay. Wait, that's crazy.
And it like completely got rid of hail for the battle, and so like I could just one shot with my Haunter. But
it shows up in Alola and Kalos as well. And yeah. Oh, it shows up in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon by playing on their birthday.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so cool. I never knew about that.
And like it literally was like I feel like it was such a magical moment. I was like I felt like a Disney princess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like that. I feel like a Gen 4 expert at this point after doing that challenge.
I believe
like,
it, yeah.
Every damn mechanic, like baiting Pokemon into using not their like priority moves. Cause like some Pokemon cannot be one shot with a priority move. Like it just is impossible. Like, for example, I think Brock's Kabutops has Aqua Jet, and there's no priority move in the entire game that can knock that out. Like,
oh no.
So it's like if it uses Aqua Jet, you're gonna reset. So like getting it to like baiting it with a Pokemon that was already water type. Like so it doesn't think, oh, super effective, let me use Aqua Jet. It's like, oh, not very effective, let me use something else. And then you just outspeed. So it's like that challenge was like a handful.
Yeah. Wow, I never knew. That's so cool. I learned something new today. Diamond Dust.
Yeah, it was. I would do it again though. Like I would like, but those no damage runs are. Did you know they're not possible in like the recent Pokemon games?
I believe it because like, it's something with the starter, right? The starter battle.
Yeah. So like, Taco has 100% hit rate now.
Oh.
So right. So if you were trying to do it for like Sword and Shield, the Wooloo has to use not Tackle every turn, which I'm pretty sure it like knows just Tackle. And then also like the starter knows like 100% hitting moves too. So it's like impossible for those generations.
That's a
so
shame.
It's like definitely like also yeah, in some generations now they have Sturdy. That would make it hard.
Yeah, you could probably play around with like Fake Out and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. There's my final team ended up being what did I have? I had Typhlosion, Jolteon, Haunter, Lapras, Dragonite. Extreme Speed Dragonite was really clutch. And then Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan was the only Pokemon that could take out Snorlax.
Wait, in the whole game, Hitmonchan's the only one, really?
Well, any fighting Pokemon that can like hit, stab, but like Hitmonchan was like the easiest one to get at that point because you couldn't get a Macho. Or we also like didn't do it because like there was no trade evolutions,
right,
obviously.
Makes sense.
I'm one person. So that was super exhausting.
Yeah.
But
good for you.
Yeah, I think it was wild. The so what before we switch over to because we're gonna go to mine. What someone said isn't Hitmonlee easier since it has higher attack? Yes, but our Tyrogue was defensive. And there was nothing we can do about that. Well there was. We could have used like
EV training, yeah.
Stat boosting items. But yeah, so there was what is it called? My last question for you is what
thank you so much for the gift subs. Oh my goodness.
What's next for you?
What's next for me?
Yeah, because I know you made that shift to like you kind of like I watched the YouTube video where you were like it's more for you now quality over quantity kind of situation.
Yeah.
So what led to that decision, and then what's in the future for Wolfie VGC?
Yeah, I mean, I decided to do it because I definitely like was just having like a kind of a hard time between like the the pandemic and everything. Like pretty much from like August, maybe even before then, like all the way through like December. I just like felt like my content was gradually performing worse, and like I was like daily uploads are really hard because like you always have to be thinking of like a new a new idea and stuff. And like also I was never ahead, so I was like recording in the morning or the afternoon and then posting in the later afternoon or evening, and so it just like was not a good rhythm for me. And yeah, so I basically decided to take a break and like give some thought to it, and then yeah, I decided that like this kind of schedule where like I can stream like 5 days a week, 4 or 5 days a week, and then I can like just post like a couple times on YouTube each week is like just better in terms of everything for me. It allows me more flexibility and allows me to make better content. So yeah, right now, I mean, ideally, my goal with YouTube right now is to hit 1 million subscribers. I don't know if it's possible, but like that's the goal. So yeah, I'm aiming for that. But yeah, right now, I mean, I'm just like focusing on content. Obviously, I'm like working on building my Twitch and like focusing on viewership there. And then just making like better content overall is a goal of mine. And yeah, I think overall, like I've been doing some casting for TFT, Teamfight Tactics, which is a game that I've been playing. So
nice.
Yeah, so I would love to kind of do more with that. I'm casting, I believe on Saturday, I'm casting the North American Worlds qualifier that's coming up. So yeah, so I don't know. I'm just kind of, I think right now my goals are kind of to try and get a handle on this routine that I built, which is I'm doing daily coaching 1 or 2 hours a day, and then I'm exercising 5 days a week and streaming 5 days a week. And just like trying to make sure that I have time to do everything and get that kind of under control, and then also focusing on the long term, I think, for now.
Okay, I think that, I mean, one, I would like to start this off by saying you're definitely going to reach 1 million.
Thank you. I mean, I wouldn't say definitely, but that's the goal at least.
I think you will.
Thank you.
I have no doubt in my mind. I think you're and your chat believes in you. Like they're gonna. Also, I keep seeing you write this 1 billion lions versus Arceus thing.
Yeah.
1, where did that start? And 2, what is your answer?
Yeah. So the original meme, I think, is a post by Max Ketchum, who like just tweeted like who would win 1 billion lions or one of every Pokemon, and it was like it just like has just been. I didn't even know where it originated, but that question like has been kind of ingrained in like gaming culture, feels like, or maybe just Pokemon and Smash culture for like a long time. People are always arguing about it. So I sat down with my friend Trey, who's like really, really, really intelligent and like is really good at like especially math and like kind of calculations and that kind of thing. And so he and I sat down to make a video about like who would win between the lions and the Pokemon, and we argued that like spread moves hit all opposing Pokemon, and then like you have like a bunch of helping hands as well, so you like basically just kill everything. And so I've been thinking, but anyway, the video did really well, and it was really exciting, and people had strong opinions about it. They really liked it, or they really hate me. I got some nasty messages, but that's fine. But I was thinking about how to follow it up, so I'm just kind of spitballing some ideas and thinking through it like that. So yeah, I'm just kind of thinking. In short, I'm trying to figure out how to follow up the Lions video.
I think you. Again, I'm not kissing your ass here. I think you make really special content.
Thank you.
I really do. Like everything from like your Dracovish cosplay.
Yeah, that was a long time.
So like
my roommate made that, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned, but yeah, he's super talented.
Really? They made that?
Yeah, he created it. Yeah, he did a great job too.
Gay people are so talented.
Agree.
What is it called? Okay, so let's come over here.
Cool.
I just went live.
Awesome.
Do you want me to explain to them what we're doing?
Yeah. So we're gonna switch over to Angel's channel. Now. Except I keep fat fingering the Oh my god, I have misspelled. I'm actually gonna throw up. Okay, I finally got it. Okay. Cool. I have spelled things correctly. All right. Yeah, we're heading over there, so I'm gonna rate. So y'all can, if you want to just keep watching this, you can stay in the chat. But yeah, we're gonna head over there now. Bye bye.
We're gonna be doing a fun challenge. See you soon.
Bye bye.